in order to make steel sheets available to farmers in Pakistan. They use recycled rail steel for manufacturing. Although they do not have advanced production technology, the finished products made through their rigorous production process can be used for 10 years without breaking. These are in front of us, since the overall length of the recycled rail steel is too long. When it needs to be heated and shaped, Fu first divides it into sections and shortens its length by knocking it with the Volf head. Under the master's powerful knocking, the rail steel has already met the requirements. In order to process it into the thickness of a steel shovel, Fu will put it into their heating furnace for high temperature, annealing to reduce the overall hardness. The heating will last for a long half an hour. As the overall temperature gradually rises, the rail steel that has been burned through can be shaped. Since the steel shovel has a fixed thickness and size, it will be repeatedly shaped by the rolling machine. This will not only make the thickness thinner, but also increase the contact surface of the rail steel. The thickness of the steel plate has reached the standard for making steel shovels. In order to facilitate subsequent stamping, Fu will use standard molds to compare and draw lines. The shape marks on the steel plate are arranged neatly. When the scraps outside the mark line need to be removed, they need to be cut by their cutting machine. Although their small workshop does not have a high-end punching machine, the efficiency of cutting does not affect their production capacity. After the steel plate is cut into proportional sizes according to the marks, in order to make the wooden handle firmly fixed on the steel shovel, the whole position is determined, and then it is shaped by their punching machine. The lower mold can squeeze the steel plate after the appearance of the steel sheath is stamped. In order to match the steel sheath with a hand-weighted wooden handle, Fu also needs to cut these processed wooden strips into small wooden segments of equal length. This is the grip that the palm exerts force on. In order to fix the connection to Hoyutsi, the small wooden segment of the scissors must be drilled at the axis to reduce the difficulty of subsequent knocking with the Volf head. In order to make the palm of the hand feel more comfortable, the wooden segment of the column must be processed into a cylinder. The motor drives the internal gear to rotate, cut the wooden segment into the required amplitude, and then fix it to the connecting throat with steel nails. This simply completes the production of the handle, under the premise that the wooden handle is needed to connect the steel shovel. These wooden strips must also be processed into a consistent circle. The master uses a wood chisel to operate like clouds and water, and the wooden handle is also processed quickly. In order to prevent the connection throat from rusting, the master will brush a layer of rust-proof machine on the surface. At this time, the handle may still fall off, so the master needs to punch holes in the overlapping parts so that steel nails can be used to penetrate the holes of the two. The connection position with the steel shovel is easy to break. As for the front and side, holes must be punched and the angle must be fixed to make the connection more stable. In order to make the produced steel shovel more beautiful, the master also needs to apply the same anti-rust paint to increase the appearance and isolate the air to prevent rust. After a series of operations, there is a steel shovel made of rail steel. It has been produced. What do you think of the quality of such a steel shovel?